Hello students, hope you all are fine and enjoying your holidays and work from home. So I hope you all are updating your and continuing your studies from home. So that will help you this year a lot. With this, I, Shripad Naik, sir, your English teacher, welcome you all for today's class. In this class, I'm going to discuss about a new poem from your syllabus, that is The Village Schoolmaster. The poet is Oliver Goldsmith. Now, we will see in this class, first, when the poet name is Oliver Goldsmith, let's have a brief description about the poet. Let's know the poet first. After that, we will go for the model reading of the poem and then the summary of the poem and then later the glossary part which is written on the board. Right? So, let's begin in today's class the brief description about the poet Oliver Goldsmith. I want you all to take page number 68 of your textbook. Page number 68 of your textbook. Okay, so here there is a brief description given about a famous English poet, Oliver Goldsmith. So, Oliver Goldsmith was born in Longfield and was educated at the Trinity College, Dublin. He was awarded the degree of Doctor of Medicine, but he never practiced as a doctor. His major works are The Traveller in the year 1764, Vicar of Wakefield in 1766, The Deserted Village in 1770, and She Stoops to Conquer in the year 1773. This extract gives a character sketch of the village schoolmaster who taught the villagers there. It also gives an account of the views of the children and of the villagers of Auburn about the schoolmaster. This was a brief description about the poet Oliver Goldsmith. And now, coming to the poem given on page number 65, please follow the poem as I'm doing the model reading here. Poem Village Schoolmaster, Oliver Goldsmith. Beside yon straggling fence that skirts the way with blossomed firs unprofitably gay, there in his mansion, skilled to rule, the village master taught his little school. A man severe he was, and stern to view, well had the boding tremblers learned to trace. The day's disasters in his morning face, full well they laughed with counterfeited glee, at all his jokes, for many a joke had he, full well the busy whisper circling round conveyed the dismal tidings when he frowned. Yet he was kind, or if severe in art, the love he bore to learning was in fault. The village all declared how much he knew, was certain he could write and cipher too. Lands he could measure, turns and tides presage, and even the story than that he could gauge. In arguing too, the person owned his skill, for even though vanquished he could argue still. Turn the page. Wild words of learned length and thundering sound amazed the gazing rustics rang round. And still they gazed, and still the wonder grew that one small head could carry all he knew. This was the poem, right? So, in this poem written by Oliver Goldsmith, the poet means the means to say, or the poet is explaining about the popular village schoolmaster, about popular village schoolmaster. In this, it is explained about a portrait, about it gives an idea of the village school master. Here, the poet describes that the teacher or the teacher in the school or the master is very strict here, is very strict here, and he takes the classes or conducts the classes in a open mansion, in a open land, in a small village. Okay, so there it is. There in that land there is no proper fence to that school. There is no proper fence to that school. So the fields were covered by luscious green grass, means very greeny. The fields were very greeny, filled with grass. Yes, and the schoolmaster with ran his little school with very severe discipline, and he was a very strict teacher. He was a very strict teacher. Here the poet was also once a student. Here the poet also was once a student, and without permission he knew his anger. Without permission he knew his anger, and all the students who were coming to that school or that to that teacher, they knew his anger. They were familiar with the teacher's behavior, right? So what happened one day that really in the same time as the teacher was very strict in his behavior, discipline and the anger, but the same time the teacher was very kind even, very kind hearted even, and he helped the students, and he always gave good advice for the students, right? So when the teacher cracked jokes, the students even laughed and enjoyed it. But when the teacher was very angry, this children they would used to pass the comments and they would find out his anger there, so that they will adjust according to his behavior, according to the teacher's behavior. So why he was strict? Because he wanted everyone to have the love for learning. He wanted everyone to have the love for learning, right? No one should waste his time, and he was good at his debate, and he was good at his argument, and he was a master at debate and argument too, because he would not accept anyone defeat anybody, he would not accept anyone to defeat anybody, right? So this by his the villagers were amazed, means the people who were in the village, they were amazed by his sounds and by his good vocabulary, by his good language, so they were amazed. And because he used to use very sounding words, and his explanation was good, as a teacher he was a perfect man, right? And the teacher, he also was very wondered and in awe, and they were amazed at skill of words, and they could not comprehend how such a small head, means how such a young head could think of such creative things, and he may engage the class in such a creative way. So even the villagers were very happy about his teaching. So here, even though the teacher was very strict, he was very kind-hearted, and he had engaged the classes very knowledgeably and very with a good sound of English words, and with a good with a good methodology, right? And the villagers even were happy by this methodology, and even when he was very strict also in discipline, but he even cracked jokes and made the students feel happy, and they even enjoyed his classes sometimes. So this was the poem, The Village Schoolmaster. So you can see on page number 65 in your poem, there are some pair of rhyming words. There are some pair of rhyming words at the end of the sentences. So let's see what are those words, right? So first word, way. The rhyming word of way is gay. and rule, school, view, new, trace, face, glee, he, round, frown, ought, fault, visage, gauge, still, skill, sound, around, grew, new. So these are the rhyming pair of rhyming words given at the end of your sentence in the poem. Please go through that. And next part, coming to your glossary. Yes, coming to your glossary here, the first word is yawn. That is over there. Straggling, spread out. Skirts goes around. Furs, grass. Furs is green grass. Severe, that is strict. The other word for severe strict is stern. That also means the same, strict. Body is predictive. Is predictive. Trace, mark. Counterfeited glee, pretending joy. Dismal, miserable. Yes. Now, next, coming to the next part, days, disasters, misfortune they have to face on that day. Yes, ought in any degree. Yes, cipher. It's not chipper, it's cipher. It is code. It is code. Presage. Presage is foretell. It is foretell. Yes, gauge. Gauge is the measurement or the measure of a particular device or equipment. Okay. Vanquish. Vanquish is defeat. Vanquish is defeat. Defeating somebody. Vanquishing or vanquished. Okay. Rustics. Rustics. One who stays away from, sorry, rustics are the villagers. Sorry, rustics are the villagers, and truant. Truant is meant as one who stays away from school without permission. This means if you are on leave for without permission, so it is called as truant. Okay, so today's class we have learned about the poem written by Oliver Goldsmith, the village schoolmaster. Yes, in this class, we discussed about the model reading in the poem, the summary of the poem, the rhyming words given in the poem, and the glossary part. So now I want you all to go through the audio link and listen to the audio link sent through your study material. And in the next class, we shall discuss about the question answers and the grammar activity of this poem. Okay, till then, I want you to update your study material, be in touch with your studies. That will help you a lot. Take care of your, in the same time, at the same time, you take care of your health. Okay, have good food at the regular intervals of time, eat good varieties of fruits and vegetables, and enjoy your days or holidays. Right? Till then, take care. Goodbye.